Hi. Thank you for all showing up. This is going to be a casual conversation. For the next hour, we're going to talk about Facebook basic business pages. Basic Facebook business page etiquette and best practices, or something along those lines. How many of you have Facebook pages?
Oh, pages.
Well,
yeah,
you do?
Pages. I do.
Definitely do, right?
Yes.
So there's a Facebook profile where you have friends that you connect with. Then there's a Facebook business page, which anybody in the world can connect with you. There's a tremendous difference between the two. So the profile, you're always talking to your friends. With a business page, you could reach out and talk to millions of people. Just let that hang there for a second. There's 2 billion, with a B, people on Facebook right now. 2 billion.
Wow.
There's only 3.5 billion in the world that have access to the internet, and 2 billion of them are on Facebook. That freaks me out when I think about that.
Yeah.
But out of those 2 billion, there must be a lot of people that would resonate with your message that you can draw in. So today what we're going to do is, I'm going to attempt to stay basic, but I really love this topic, which you're going to notice very shortly, and so I could talk about this for hours, and we're just going for 1 hour today. I believe we're going for 1 hour today.
Well, there's nothing after this, so.
And I got nothing after either that's important, so I will gladly hang out and answer questions. So I have a short presentation to show you, PowerPoint, just kind of go over some basics. Then we'll answer every question, and then we'll take a look at some pages and see what's going on. The intention of my being here is to help this center grow. I know it's pointed out Corky specifically, but Dottie and Corky and I go back a long time, over 20 years, and Dottie had a major influence in my life, so I'm so happy that they allow me to come in here and share some of my experience with you.
We love you.
It's great. You guys have seen me grow.
Yeah, you have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And lots of different phases as well.
Yes, sir.
Sean, you guys taking off?
I think we're going to stay.
Even better.
Hey,
Okay.
you got it. You.
So, do you have an immediate question that I can answer? You were asking about the name of your page.
Well, the difference between, I already named my business page, but then the username, and that what, I don't even know.
So, you have a name page and then the handle or the at symbol of what the name is called. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know what to
So,
say.
You know how Facebook has the username so that someone can just type in facebook.com/blah-de-blah?
Yep.
That's what we're talking
So you're talking about claiming the URL. For example, this is one of my projects. So Campbell Water Tower, I talk about Campbell. This is facebook.com/Campbell Water Tower. So I would use the same name, if possible, to build your brand. This is your branding opportunity. If you are your business, if you have your own consulting business, for example, that might be that page. But I have brands, Campbell Water Tower, you're going to see Las Gatas Town next. So I do a lot of different things that are not using my name, but this is my brand. So we'll take a look at your specific page a little later. I'll bring it up because I have access, and we'll see what's going on. So this is to justify that I might know something about what I'm talking about. 11,000 followers. I'm about to hit 12,000. This is in 4 years. So I basically talk about Campbell through this page. It's all very positive. I talk about new businesses, events, people I run across, dogs I meet on the street. Just simple, yes.
When you say followers, is the page set up in a way that you are not taking friends and only taking followers?
So the difference is you take friends as a profile page. As a business page, I take followers.
Oh, yes.
So anybody can follow my page and or like my page, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But these are people that have come to me that are following my message, my words. And this is all about just staying positive with the town.
And that's what I wanted to, that made a huge shift last time when we talked, because
Okay.
when I think about people who kind of like, well, I have 47,000 followers or friends, I found it offensive, like egoic, until you shared how important it is that we, as, you know, light healer beings, put out positive to counteract all the negative that's out there.
Right.
And that really flipped me around to like, I can buy into this now.
Sweet, okay.
So I wanted to share that with those.
I will also acknowledge there's a bit of an ego to that, because that is quite an accomplishment.
Yes.
So I will own
I
that, right? I'm a
acknowledge
Leo, I will own it. There's an ego there. I believe in myself.
But you're
Blame
impacting
Dottie.
positively 1,000,
Right.
1,100 people.
It's
That's
kind of
great.
like the, I just did a class on Instagram. Instagram has hashtags. The #1 Instagram hashtag is love. And it's over 1 trillion. It's been used 1 trillion times. People have put love, ooh, chills.
Yes.
People have used the hashtag love, and that's really my point, is
Yes.
to build up positive. That's why 99.9 of these posts have been positive. Right, so I'm very conscious to stay positive, to project that out. And that's what I want the center to be able to do at a much larger scale. Just to get you a little bit of numbers, this project right here is going to reach maybe 3 million people this year for no money. Now, I've put 4 years of work into it, but imagine if I'm doing posts every day, and then people start sharing my posts, which I'll show you an example of in a second. This reaches tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, literally millions of people this year. Between this project and my next one I'm going to show you, I'll reach over 5 million people this year with positive stuff. So if we could just do even 1/10 of that here, it would change everything. From a donor, from membership, all these different things that you could do. Remind me, I didn't actually add, I have a list of campaigns for you. I want to add a membership attraction one. I just realized I didn't have that on the
Great.
list. If you want members to come in, you want donors to come in. So it's about the message and about the love, for sure, but I also work on sustainability. That's my job as a marketing consultant, is to help you with your sustainability. So Campbell Water Tower is a really fun project. I've been ignoring it because I've exceeded what I wanted to do with it already. So that is a little blurry, isn't it? Does anybody agree with me there?
That's fine.
Looks fine.
That's Vasco.
Okay, I see it as blurry. I know I probably need some new glasses. So I'll squint.
Yeah.
It's really
So a year ago, it does look blurry. Show of hands, does that look blurry to anybody?
No.
Only with my glasses on.
It does look, but if I put my bifocals
Okay.
on.
No.
I'm gonna let that go. I got a really human there with you. I see it as blurry, but I'm gonna roll with
It's
it.
really clear.
Yeah.
It's really clear.
I think it's a little blurry. I go with you.
Thank you. So
It's
you're getting a
not
special treat
sharp,
today.
but it's
I
readable.
think it's fine.
It's readable.
We're gonna move along, proceed.
I do too.
So a little over a year ago, Las Gatos Chamber had me come in and give a talk. I gave a talk there to Natural Healers Network, and the office manager from the Las Gatos Chamber sat in, which was cool. And then afterwards, she came right up to me and said, "Will you please come and talk to our members about this?" Because I have a process that applies to every single industry. So they then hired me to start teaching their staff how to do things. And I found by verbalizing, they weren't following it as well. So I went ahead and started this project called Las Gatos Town. There's a town of Las Gatos, and I'm Las Gatos Town.
Right.
Different.
Brilliant idea if you
Yes.
think about it deeply.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So in 13 months, so there's 10 pages in Las Gatos that talk about Las Gatos news and stuff. Started off at 0, or number 10. I'm now the second most followed page in a year, 13 months, and the most active in all of Las Gatos. And if you understand, there's a lot of money in Las Gatos.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started just showing them how, and I applied what I learned from Campbell Water Tower to this. So I did Campbell Water Tower for 3 years, and then I started this a year ago, 13 months ago. And I just started applying it. So I talk about things that are going on in Las Gatos. I talk about people. Whatever crosses my path, I talk about. And you can see I'm just about to hit 7,000 people.
So you have other people put their name on this? Like
This
the
is
other
all me.
faces?
This is all me, but people will send me information.
Okay. And
Because
then-
they want me to post,
Then you put.
Right. and-
if I want to.
If you want to.
Right, so then I'm getting more information that I could use.
Right.
And you also want to time it out. But this project in just 13 months is astronomical.
Yeah.
Bonus is that the chamber board members are now hiring me. So I'm now
Ah,
working for
great.
4 of those
Yes.
members.
Great.
These are influencers of the city.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, universe.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of my bigger projects. What I wanted to show you here, that is blurry. That is blurrier.
That- yeah, yeah.
Okay, you can't quite see it. I was on a date. She needed to go use the bathroom. I laid down, I looked at the lake, I'm like, this is a cool spot for a photo. My
Yes.
point here is that photos are everywhere. People always tell me, what do I take a photo of? Everywhere you're at, take a photo. You can take a photo of me being theatrical if you're on stage. I laid down, I took 3 photos. You can see the reflection of the clouds if this was completely clear. Right here was a big old garbage can.
Oh, wow.
So by cropping the photo, and I did this after the date was over, kind of paraphrase that, but I love the fact that I got a photo of this quality on a date. But you can see, 47,000 people saw this post.
Yeah.
I put some money behind it. We're not going to talk about advertising, but I targeted an area, 47,000 people saw this beautiful photo. 2,400 people liked it. So 2,400 times they liked it, they loved it, they wowed it. Nobody hated it. A couple people hid this photo, which I thought was really interesting, because why would you hide something that beautiful? 800 people liked my page overnight. So just imagine 800 new people coming into your page in the 24-hour period. Again, I put some money behind it, but that's astronomical. I reached 27,000 organically, and I only had about 2,000 people that liked my page at a time. So when somebody likes it and shares it, just one second, makes comments, Facebook starts thinking, wow, we need to send this out to more people. So it starts creating these ripples, and they send it out to people they think want to see it. They like it, so when you like a post, it goes through your feed saying you liked it. This keep on growing and growing and growing. My point here is beautiful things resonate really strongly on social media. I've done a few flowers, just out hiking, see beautiful flowers. I'm emotionally moved, I take a photo, pop it up on Instagram, feed it to Facebook, feeds it into Twitter. I keep on walking, and people just start liking my stuff. It's a way to spread goodness. You had a question?
Yeah, well, it's a comment / question / being confused about something.
Wow.
So,
I'm ready.
I've been posting, I've been queuing up events and pictures and things like that on the CCL page every day.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing people really like pictures, but the most successful post that I have had on here, it's reached 204 people organically, and it was Happy Catterday, post pictures of your pets.
Yep.
How do I do more of that kind of thing? What else can I do like that?
So keep in mind, the next slide is going to help answer
Okay.
that. So my 4 steps to success. Because the Catter Saturday?
It's a pun on Saturday, Catterday.
Catterday. I went, what? When I saw that. Usually when I go, what? You start to lose me, but I'm supporting you 100%. So think about it as a longer term process, not of, I need attention or likes right now. Staying consistently with a week after week after week after week post will keep your longevity going. I post 30 to 40 times on a page in a month. It's about, I know, look at the big eyes, and there's about 4 posts that just rocket in that world. When those posts start to go, I put money behind those posts and then it blows up. So it's an exception to the rule to get things rolling out. So keep that in mind. You also might want to put some money behind those posts, 10, 20, 30, 50 bucks, targeting people in a 10-mile radius that like cats. You would skyrocket on how many people you like your post.
When you say put money back, is that the boosting thing?
That's the boosting or running some advertising. And that's a longer class for another day. But I can't help it but talk about it. So let's talk about my 4 steps. These 4 things work for any of the platforms. We're talking about Facebook in general today, but platform development is the first thing. You need to put these into different categories in your mind too. So platform development is like your infrastructure development. You need to suggest your page to people. That's one thing I would love for everybody to do, and I have it on a list of action items, is everybody in this room, make sure they like the page, make sure you're following the page to see first, and then start inviting or suggesting the page to your own friends. In this room we have 11 people, 12 people. We have, average person has 300 to 500 friends. We're talking 5,000 people. We could go and invite all 5,000 and the center would grow a few hundred. It's a little shocking that out of my 900 friends, only 150 like my stuff. I just figured, hey, you know, CJ's cool, I'll just like his stuff. I don't really need to care about it, but just to help him out. It's shocking to me. I need stronger friends, I think. But how few of your friends will actually follow your page? I'm managing your expectations, so I want you to invite every single friend, but don't get upset or take it personally if they don't follow you back.
How do you invite them?
I will gladly show you.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's like how many slides? I'm just trying to keep the slides down to a
Yeah, okay.
dozen. So the second part is, so platform development, starting with Facebook, business page. So you have your profile page and then your business page. Those are actually 2 different platforms, but you got to have a business page, in my mind. You have to.
Yeah.
Pulling in Instagram as soon as possible is a good idea. So Facebook business pages and Instagram are my 2 most favorite platforms.
Okay.
If you can get those, because it's not that much harder to start on 2 platforms as opposed to 1. You know, you take the same content, it's 2 different, I think of each platform like a different country. You has its own
Okay.
culture, has its own language, has its own following. There is some people that have, dual citizenships. I just thought about that one.
Yeah.
So they can go through both platforms, but in general, people have a preference for a platform. The longer-term solution here for platform development is start with Facebook business page, get an Instagram going immediately, if not really soon, and then each month add another platform.
Oh, God.
Twitter. Well, God says it's a good idea. He told me. She told me.
God.com.
So there's Twitter, there's Google+, there's LinkedIn, there's numerous platforms. The idea is over a 6-month period, you have at least 4 platforms running, and then figure out which one you resonate with most and put more energy into that. But at least having that presence on all these different platforms, having your website on all these different platforms will help your search engine optimization.
Can you hit like one button and it goes to all 4?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
But you can feed it to Instagram, which feeds it to Facebook, which feeds it to Twitter, so that covers 3.
Say that again, please.
You could post to Instagram,
Okay,
click that button and send it to Facebook,
okay.
and have your Facebook connected to your Twitter, so it hits those 3.
Oh, okay.
But keep in mind, like Twitter only has 140 characters.
Yes.
Instagram has a lot more hashtags, so you gotta find the balance between the platforms.
So you don't use Instagram to connect to both Facebook and Twitter simultaneously?
You can't go back the other way.
You go through Facebook and then to Twitter?
I'm not aware of being able to go from Instagram to Facebook.
You can.
You mean from Instagram to Twitter?
Yeah, you can do Instagram to Twitter, but I'm not seeing Instagram to Facebook.
I've been able to link my Instagram to my Facebook before. I actually was doing that for the CCL page.
No, wait, no, Facebook to Instagram. Instagram to Facebook for sure.
Oh.
But you just asked me about Facebook back to Instagram.
Oh, no, I
Right?
don't know how to do that.
No, you said Facebook to Twitter.
You can connect your Facebook to Twitter,
There's too many
so it
platforms.
automatically feeds.
Well, no, I was saying, why not just go from Instagram straight to Twitter? Why go through Facebook first? Is there a reason for that?
There's no reason, it's just the way I had it set up.
Okay.
So I could.
Okay.
Twitter is a low priority for me, I used to
Yeah.
like it, but
Uh-huh.
just because of we're not going any further than this one statement, the political situation, period, we're done with politics. That's brought a lot more attention to it,
Right.
but I still don't like Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I have thousands of followers, but it's gotten way too opinionated and way too slanted.
Yeah.
I call it the opinionated platform. So I wish people well that are on Twitter, have a good time. If you have, if you're a smart aleck, you'll love it. Go wild with those short little quotes.
What other platforms are there?
Endless. Google+, LinkedIn, Snapchat, which I'm not a friend of. My kid says I'm too old for it in general, but I don't think it's going to make it because Facebook's incorporating all their things and they're getting just smashed on their stock price.
Snapchat?
Snapchat's for the younger audience.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is for your educated, wealthier people. So you have what I call use the grown-up voice on LinkedIn. Tumblr, to me, is the Wild West. There's just all kinds of wildness out there. I mean, go out there and have fun. Just be aware that it's free speech out there.
About
All of
Pinterest.
Pinterest is great, heavy on the female side. So Pinterest would probably be like 4 or 5 in my list of priorities. If you have a female-dominated business, you have to be on Pinterest.
Okay.
And you cannot hold me responsible when you get onto Pinterest and you lost an hour or 2. It's on you.
It's all on you.
I've had too many people come back to me and said, you said go to Pinterest and now I can't stop using it.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
So, okay, that was funny.
Be gentle.
Yes.
So what I want to know is, do I use my business page to link me to Instagram? Because I have a private page, I guess, I don't know. I have a
On Instagram?
Instagram like thing, but it's not my business. So should I link my business page to Instagram?
I would do it, it'd be the other way around. So it'd be your Instagram would be tied to your Facebook. You have to decide what you want to use your Instagram for. It's extremely clear to me. I use social media to feed my kid. So it's been business from the very beginning. That's why I talk more about business on my profile page than I'm supposed to in general. But this is how I literally feed my child. So this is all about business. So I would have a business Instagram account and not a private one. And I would have it tied together because there's 2 different audiences. Some people just love Instagram only, so you want to feed them. And other people are on both. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I need to set up a business thing on Instagram?
If you want to, if you have another email address you could use, because there's one email address tied to each account, or convert your current one to a business account.
On Instagram.
Right, so I have a brand new realtor client,
Okay.
and she has a
Yeah.
personal Instagram account she's been using. So I've convinced her just to completely switch that and start using it as business.
Okay.
So she kept her family photos on there. She could have gone back and deleted them, but I said just leave it because it makes you human. I want to make you human, humanize you. But to me, this is all about business.
Yeah.
If I wanted to have like a private group, so just my friends could see certain things, I'd probably create a closed group on Facebook. But that's a whole nother
Yeah.
conversation. Okay, so marketing campaigns. This next slide I have is, I think I have 8 different campaigns, just brief flow thought for the center here. But marketing campaigns to me are scheduled campaigns. Here's what I do on Monday, here's my Tuesday, here's my month. So Monday mention, Tuesday testimonial, Wednesday wisdom, for example. So I have these 7 campaigns set up right now that I know are gonna happen. I have to go make them happen, and that's the third step. But I have these campaigns that are set up, and then when I'm out and about and I feel an emotional movement, I'll take a photo, and that's my emotional movement posts. So if I'm moved emotionally, you're probably going to be moved emotionally too. And that could be so random. I could be, the story I like to tell is I'm walking across the street after a meeting, the sun's setting, lights are on the trees, it was just gorgeous. And so I literally stopped in the middle of in the crosswalk, big enough, people stopped, took the photo, walked to the side, beautiful night in Campbell, just threw it up onto my Instagram, faded to my Facebook. By the morning, I had over 300 people that liked that photo. And everybody was I was looking at the trees, everybody was talking about the sunset. So that's another idea of interpretation is up to the user. But when you're moved by something, people love dogs, they love food. It's one of my reasons I didn't get into social media, because of all the food photos. Babies are pretty popular too. But campaigns, and what I'm going to show you on the next slide, kind of break it down for you. And then the social media management is what campaign goes on which day, when do I put it out there. People always ask me when's the best time to post. I hear way too many different stories. I know if I post at any time of the day, I get activity. If I was working for Sonoma Chicken Coop and I had to do lunch specials, that lunch special would go up Monday through Friday at 11:30. So that was where I would know I'd put that in. So you come out, you get ready for lunch, you open up your Facebook page, and there's my photo. But in general, I might do something after 5 o'clock if I'm going after a career person. But in general, I just keep posting. And I notice I'm on my pages so often, every hour throughout the night, there's activity happening. The other night I posted, a couple months ago, I posted at 10 p.m. I saw an article that moved me, and I'm like, oh, I want to put this up before I forget. Normally I'd save it and schedule it for the next day, but I just went ahead and put it up. It got activity all night long. Hundreds of people came and liked it overnight because it was a story that resonated with people. So people are on all the time. So don't be hung up on when I want to post, but you could try, or don't try, you do or you don't. It's the naughty thing. So do it, and then see how it works, and maybe adapt. But it's more important to me to see you posting than figuring out when to post. Social networking is one thing I love to talk about, is that's helping other people. So it would be great if, like, the healers here would talk about one other healer that's here. Or somebody from the church would talk about do a healer spotlight. I want to build up the healers that are here, which will help the center sustainability. Social networking is really engaging your content and sharing it with my audience. And I have a great example of what it is. So I know the papers in Los Gatos or in Campbell. I know which papers put out articles. I scan them every couple days. I look for their articles, and I'll grab their article, put it on my page. It drives traffic to their website, but it usually generates 10 or 20,000 reach from my own. And I get hundreds of likes, and then when you get likes, you can suggest your page. So utilizing other people's content is a really good thing. For here in the center, I put it down like a feel-good Friday for you. It's coming up on the next slide, I think. So like if you can find an article of something that feels good in the world, that would be a cool thing to put up on the center. And you see how that has nothing to do with the center specifically, but it fits with the premise of the center, coming from a place of love. So it's not buy, or sell, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's here's something really cool and lovely for you to enjoy. And it could be a cat or a dog. People usually like dogs even more, so that's another one. No. Okay, so Facebook business. As I already said, there's 2 billion people out there. I like to let that hang there for a second. That's a lot of people. Facebook changes all the time. So you need to be ready to adapt to the change and not expect them to contact you and say, by the way, this moved over here, and this is how you do it now. It's more like, what? It's even worse because I had a colleague that was just getting into social media. We'd meet every Monday because I had a ton of credit at Sonoma Chicken Coop. So Monday we'd have free lunch and we'd bring up our computers. Same exact computer, same exact browser, and our screens would look different. Because Facebook had incorporated changes on one, but not the other.
Why do they do that?
Yeah, why is
Well,
that?
they say they roll things out to see how it goes.
It's called A/B testing, and they want to verify the amount of usage on clickable items on the page. So they will lay out a certain layout, and they give it to a number of people, and they compare that layout to another layout, A and B, and they look to see which one gets more clicks and more activity, and then they'll throw out the one that gets the less, and then they'll incorporate the changes into their current platform.
That's very, that is an engineer. Right, and that's what it is. To me, it just frustrates me. Yes. I was going to use heavier language there, but I caught myself. So just be cool with it, and don't think it's you. Just go, oh, there's that thing CJ was talking about. Facebook,
So how do you figure it out though? I mean, it's pretty
literally
user-friendly?
hands-on.
Hands-on.
It's, I just trial and error. I do it every day for 8 years. I've learned a few things, made a lot of mistakes.
Often those changes will go away, and you'll be reverted back to the interface you had before, because you were just
Right.
in a bucket of a tester. You don't even know why you were chosen, probably at random, maybe some demographic.
Right, probably some demographic involved. One example is up in the upper right-hand corner, there used to be like, or pages liked. That's how
Right.
you would find out somebody suggesting their page. Now it's hidden down here in the far left column that you have to click more to get to. Then you have to go to it. It's suggested pages, not ones that have been, are suggested by Facebook, not suggested by your friends. You have to figure that all out. You also got a notification if somebody suggested the page. So reacting to your notifications is the best way to do it.
And how do you do that?
I'll show you.
Okay.
About suggesting the page.
No, reacting to notification.
Or coffee.
Okay, I'll show you that too.
CJ, you gotta step in front of the F again, because that was a brilliant, that's a.
What the F?
Get the F on your shirt. See if you-
Oh, on my shirt?
Forward.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Move toward the camera,
I can't see.
or
Is that the F right there?
yeah,
Yeah.
move toward the projector a little bit.
Help me.
There you
Okay,
go.
right
Right
there,
there,
Right
right
there,
there.
right there.
Stay. That's awesome. Yeah. Facebook man.
There you go. That was a very nice picture, CJ.
So he's going to put that photo up
None of
and
us
he'll
took a
tag me.
picture.
Yeah, that actually would have been a good one for everybody to
Well,
take.
see, if
right
you stand right there and you turn in front of the screen, it'll be right in front of your tummy.
there you go, Facebook man.
Superman.
Super Facebook man.
This is too funny. I'm going to use this again.
Super Facebook
I
man.
cannot smile.
Oh, you're doing it. I got some good ones.
That's awesome. So when you put it up, tag me. They don't
Okay.
go onto my page.
So how do you tell?
I just got a little serious.
I don't know.
When are you writing the book? Yeah. The username.
I know, I keep thinking about it.
Tag me.
Verifying pages is something to do. Is the sender's page verified? I can't remember.
No.
What does that mean?
So verified basically just says that you guys are more authentic, and it supposedly brings it up more often
Okay.
in the search. So why don't we make that as a list of action items for the center, is to get your page verified.
Is it?
It's under settings, under general. I mean, I laid it out there for you. So go to settings, go to general, it's the second or third one down.
Okay, okay.
They'll call you, you just say verify my page. If you
Okay.
have a physical
Oh, I think I did
location,
that.
they'll call that number that's on your page, so be near that
Verify it
phone.
exists. Got it.
Right.
And that's kind of like
And
the.
it puts a little check. I'll show you an example. It's hard to bounce
I mean,
from
it's
presentation
not-
into live, but
It's
when I
not
get to live.
testing if you're a good person or a bad person, they're just verifying there is actually a person or a place.
A place. It's really about having a place.
Got it.
Because I verified my water tower, but I'm not able to do my Los Gatos town because I don't have an address, a real address in there. But I figured out a way to manipulate it for my water tower.
Okay.
But for me, I don't care. For the center, I want you to take advantage of everything I can come up with
Thank you.
to help your brand.
So,
And for everybody too.
Would it be possible for you to send me the slides so I can include it in with the video?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Because they might be a little hard to, I mean, if it's proprietary. I
It
mean, it's
probably
Okay, yeah.
is, yeah. You make a living doing this.
This is what I do for them.
Yeah.
But I love cooking, so whatever she wants. Place of employment on the profile page. Contact information is pretty straight up. This is actually one of the things on my 16 items that everybody in this room can do to help the center. So we'll get back to it. But in general, on your profile page, you should put your business page as your place of employment. What I see is like musicians, instead of putting their band page as their place of employment, they'll say, I'm a musician. And that, I think, is ego-focused. That does nothing for your brand. Well, extremely minimal for your brand, versus putting your page there. I will show you my own profile page, and it shows all the different companies I'm working at. So you should do it for your own business, Reverend, weddings, and you could also do it for the center. Because you could say that you work here as a member. When you say where you work, it will go through your newsfeed. So everybody in this room, if you said that you work here at the center as a member, it will go through all your newsfeeds. So all your friends will see that you've started a new job, even though it's simply a membership volunteer thing. But it's a way to bring exposure to the center. Does that make sense?
Say that again, please.
Let's start with you. You have a business page, right?
Yes.
So for your place of employment on your profile page, where you have the friends, you have friends, you should have your business page as your place of employment.
Okay.
It will go through your news feed, so your friends will see that you started at your business,
Okay.
even if you started there 20 years ago.
So is that like a cut and paste?
No, it's straight up. I guess we'll do some live stuff at
Yeah.
Next.
I'm gonna start talking faster.
Okay.
That's possible.
Can't take notes.
Okay.
Cover photos. Cover photos, you can put a photo up, but you have to go back and edit it to put in a description. That's one mistake I see people make all the time. Now here's something I'm not happy about, is Facebook is now taking that description on some of the pages, talking about rolling out, and putting the description right across the middle of your photo. But not all pages, because I run 12 pages right now. Some of them have it and some of them don't. And that really changes the impact of that cover photo. Because I'm now going to start going down and taking out the description. After, for the past 6 years, I've been really preaching about get your description into your cover photo. Because your cover photo will go through your news feed. You want to have a description there to say something about yourself or a call to action. But now they literally put it across the cover photo when you go to the page.
So are you saying to still do a description or to not do it?
I really don't know anymore. I think you should do the description for when it goes through your news feed. And then maybe if it shows up on your photo, if you don't like it, then go take it out. I have to adapt my own
Right.
strategy around
And
it.
you're going to show us how to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna
you-
keep marking all of
You can
these.
see how I can make
I
50
am
slides?
making
I
exercise.
really want to get it down to 12, because they say you shouldn't have more than 9 slides. I read that somewhere. I'm already breaking
For an
that
hour's
rule.
worth of time?
I could do this all day, literally.
Well, we're here.
And that's why we're going to do this, just so you know, everybody take a breath. I plan on coming back each month, as long as they allow me.
Wow. Oh, you're
To
good.
grow it slowly,
Wow.
right? And it's all about the center expanding. So these things can all be applied to you, your work, but I'd also like for you to help out the center by doing this.
Yes.
Is that cool?
That's our goal.
Yes.
So,
And if it's not getting frustrated, please don't throw your phone. She just wants you. It's okay. It's okay.
Take a breath.
Can you help her?
No,
What-
okay. It says, it tells me to restart my Facebook thing.
Okay. If I can help you after if you need it, okay? But I saw your body reaction there. She was really expressing
really
herself. We're here from love. This is all about love, right?
But you're talking about different kinds of words that I don't even have any clue. I mean, did you start by looking on YouTube, or were you just a marketing expert?
he's a marketing expert.
I taught meditation for 9 years. I am an intuitive, that means energy. Now it's on tape. So I had to promote myself going through those classes. I taught classes, and so then Facebook came out. I waited a year because I didn't want to look at babies and food photos. A year later, I started a project, created my own system. I figured out how to reach 100,000 people within a 3-month period. So I started this thing, and in the 4th month, over and over again, I reach 100,000 people. And it works for every industry. Every industry. If you follow those 4 steps and repeat them over and over again, you will reach 100,000 people very quickly in a single month, which I thought was really cool. I wanted to reach 1,000 people a day, so that would have been 30,000. In my 4th month, I reached 100,000 that month.
Let's make CJ right. Yay!
CJ is right.
Okay.
I have a quick question before you continue. You said that
I
you
said-
could connect your business page to your profile workplace. And I'm looking at mine, I'm like, what?
So if you go to your profile page,
Yeah.
and you click on place of employment,
Uh-huh.
and you click add place of employment,
Uh-huh.
and you typed in, what are you, what bear?
Blue
Gray
bear.
bear?
Blue Bear?
Blue bear. I thought gray bear sounded pretty
Blue Bear,
good.
yeah.
Blue Bear Healing.
Blue bear healing,
About black.
you're black, your
No.
page will show up,
Is that the
you
diamond?
click on it, and it will add it as your place of employment, then it will go through your news feed saying that you work there. I'll show you. Let's run through the slides and then we'll go actually back through a few of these steps. And I acknowledge that this is a lot of information. I am available to be hired.
How much do you
Oh,
charge?
your
you
rate?
gotta-
What are you
You gotta
now?
see this, CJ. Check this out.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Good.
With a big old smile too.
Uh-huh.
In my cargo shorts.
Oh, yes.
Don't you wear your
This is my
cargo
current lucky shirt, by the way. Every time I wear this, somebody hires me. So whoever you are,
I gave you the
What are
moniker
your
of Facebook.
services?
Super Facebook man.
please tag me on that. My friends will love it.
Yeah, your tag.
Great, and I'll show you how to tag in a second. Again, there's a ton of information. The idea is I'll come back each month, we'll take another step. Next month, we're gonna talk about event pages, then we'll get into branding on Facebook, then we'll do an Instagram. Eventually, I'll get into the advertising side of things. But the idea is once a month, I'll come in for an hour for a casual conversation. So throughout the month, if you don't wanna reach out to me, just make a list and I'll be back next month. I want you to know I'm here to support. Suggesting the page to friends. It's the easiest way to get more followers. I will show you how to do that in a second. Here's the one thing that stands out to me. Post to your business page and then share it to your profile page.
First friend.
I like to protect my brands, my people, my clients, and keep the two separate.
Oh.
So you have your business, and then you have your profile for your friends and family. But the combination is where you post, always post to your business page, and occasionally share it. Once a week is usually the model I go for. Once a week you share it from your business page onto your profile page to remind your friends what your business is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And again, I will work on sharing and how to do that.
So,
And then this gets into claiming your URL, which is what we were talking about, claiming the name. So you can see facebook.com/Campbell Water Tower is the page that I have there.
How do you claim it? I mean, is it in the settings?
It is. But also just put in a Google search, how to claim a Facebook URL.
Okay.
Any questions about this?
just to claim the URL piece, that's something to do. And
Yes.
you're saying to use the same name you have for your business Facebook.
What is your name of your Facebook page?
Vortex Healing, I forget, that's
I
it.
think you made it Sacred Magic.
Yeah, Vortex Healing Sacred Magic. So I didn't put my name in it, so
It's
that
okay.
was the question.
I would keep it, because that brand is such a long one, I would build your brand. To me, it's about the brand, not the person.
Okay, that's what I
Because
wanted
I
to-
want the picture to be of your brand for longevity, because you never know where that's going to go. If you tie your name to it, no matter what, you are tied to that, right? So I'd rather keep the flexibility for the future. If you don't claim your name, right, it would, if you went to before I claimed it, it would say Campbell-Water-Tower-Water-Tat. Ugh.
And then it was a big mess of
Campbell-Water-Tower, and then a whole bunch of junk. And so it looks ugly to me. How many people actually notice that? I do all the time. But again, I look for every advantage I can take to build my brand on Facebook or social media, so you might as well take advantage of this one as well. You had a question, Jeff?
Yeah, so on the claim page URL,
Sacred Magic.
would you put your, if you have a website, would you put that there? Or would you put facebook.com/ and then your website?
You don't have a choice, it starts there. It starts facebook.com/.
Okay. Okay.
I've seen some people put their website there, but I think it looks a little funny. I'd rather just have this as, and you're basically renting. I got a wall I could touch, I just realized that. Usually, don't touch the screen, don't touch the screen. I enjoyed that more. What was the question? Oh, the website. Yes.
So
You're
when I
right.
put in claim page, it would be www.facebook.com/ and my website.
You could, or put in the name of whatever that website, I mean, take out the www and the .com, that could be your name too. What's the name of your business page?
My business page
Yes.
or my website?
Your business page.
Oh,
Do you have a business page yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that you're a little reluctant to using it, so that's why I couldn't remember.
Well, it may be,
Let's look at
see
it
if it
after.
comes up here. Okay.
I'll bring it up when I get it live. Because you really need a Facebook business page, because you can target women when they become engaged with your ad,
Yeah.
for example. Again, see, I started to tease the ad thing, because I love the ad stuff. Let's keep going.
I think it's just Rev Jan yours.
So here's just, I literally made these up this morning. I should probably think I put more thought into it, but I just ran through those this morning. So
No, it's good.
here's I grabbed this from the website.
Right.
I'm really enjoying the wall. So here are, what, eight potential campaigns. Remember I was talking about Monday?
Yeah.
Right? So Sunday service, I'd really like to see an event page for every Sunday service, preferably 4 weeks out.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, okay.
Because you're set for at least 4 weeks, right? Event pages we're going to talk about in detail and promoting event pages next month. But I'd love to see all the Sunday services set up. When I come inside and I see right by the door, there's a sign of all those different classes. I'd like to see event pages for that. One reason is I'd like to see the history of what you're doing here at the center. So if you went to my Campbell Marketing is actually the name of my company. You went to Campbell Marketing and you clicked on events, it literally goes back 4 years of classes. There's too much information in there now. But when you look at my page, you know I'm either really good at making stuff up or I must know what I'm talking about. So I'm looking for legitimacy there. But I'd like to see what the center provides to see, because that could attract me. Does that make sense?
Well, it
Yes.
sure could, yeah.
How far out should the events be? I post them a week out. I post them a week in advance, right?
So we're really going to get into the promotion next week, but the general rule is open the event page 4 weeks ahead of time, talk about it 2 weeks, 2 days, and day of.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
But that's a lot of
four,
events.
4 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 days, day of, event, day after.
Okay.
Day after is the thank you. So that could be 6 posts on a single event. Do you see how easy it is to get up to 30 or 40 posts in a month? Right? It adds up quickly.
But you have to intersperse those with other content.
Yes, because that's just one campaign, right? I usually come up with 12 campaigns for every client. I'll tell you I'll come up with 5 in the next 4 weeks, but in reality I have a very hyperactive mind, and I use my meditation to come up with campaigns. I figured you got all related to that. I literally sit with my guides, I think about you, what would I do with you, and ideas come.
Yeah,
So Motivational Monday, I just thought that would be a fun one, so something positive. Tuesday Testimonial is pretty standard, right? So for like when I work with Smoke and Pig down the street, I'll go to Yelp, I'll pull a Yelp review, copy it, and grab a photo. For here,
Okay.
Tuesday Testimonial can be like, what do you like about the church? We could take your photo, or we could take your words and put some beautiful nature photo with it. But it's really about your feeling for the church. And then the next week is your feeling about the church.
Yeah.
And if you had 30, 40, 50 people involved, that's 40 or 50 different posts for a year.
Well, sure, we could send out an email going, and because our mailing list is like 300 people, and our CCL Insights is 882.
Right.
So, we
So
could-
that would be the term, or the process to go get the content, and then you're gonna sit down and schedule them out. But you could schedule out forever. So if you had 10 testimonials, you could get 10 weeks ahead of the Tuesday post. Because I find testimonials are extremely valuable, especially in social media. It's your words, and of course they're positive. I ignore the negative reviews for the client. Why would I even consider it? I mean, I read them to learn, but I would never post that, right? Wednesday Wisdom is pretty close to the Monday, but that could be another thing you're talking about.
So for like Throwback Thursday, I'm thinking of using old videos. Now, the videos could vary from 20 minutes to an hour. Of course, you don't have to stay there the whole time, but
Right.
that's,
So that's one. I would probably do a video once a month. The other 3 times I would probably, show your leaders when they're getting started. Show the church way back when. Talk about the area, Silicon Valley. I mean, it has nothing to do with the spirituality of the center, but
Orange Grove.
the first
Oh, sure.
computer filled this room.
yeah,
Now
we
this
talked about
computer,
UCM, right.
this computer right here,
Yeah.
in the old day, would be this entire room.
Yes,
That's amazing.
it is.
Now, I'd probably stay away from technology in general, but you can get into the history of the church. How old is the church? UCM?
UCM over 100 years.
So 100 years. There's got to be old photos. There's got to be old, like I was talking to Rotary Club. Like, you must have old photos of a pancake breakfast, 40 years ago. Go put one of those up. People love history.
Yeah.
I'll show you one I put up on Las Gatas Town that's generated tens of thousands of people. Feel Good Friday. Again, I'm just kind of working off the spiritual thing.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that a quote? Is that the cat or something really cute? Something that feels good. Speaker spotlight the day before I thought would be good, if not prior. People have a habit of not making a decision to attend an event except for within a day or two. So it's kind of a crucial. So I thought maybe Saturday you guys can really do a feature on the speaker.
Yeah.
You've talked about the speaker 4 weeks earlier, or 2 weeks earlier, the day before, or
Yeah,
2 days before.
I do the CCL Insights on Thursday, or Friday morning or Thursday evening, and it always has the speaker, picture of the speaker and that kind of, so it would be very easy, because
Yes.
then I post, that there's CCL Insights, but then, if you don't open that up, it'd be easier if I just posted the thing about the speaker.
Great, and I want to show you how I would link your newsletter differently than you do right now.
Okay, yeah, I just
And
linked
it's
it.
one of my
from top.
examples, right?
Yeah, I just linked it.
I just want you to be putting content up there, but I still want to refine,
Okay.
recalibrate what you guys are doing.
Great.
Right, so I love the energy, thank you, seriously. But let's refine it a little bit. But that's what I do, so I can't be satisfied. Yes, it does make the challenge for relationships. So,
Thank you for asking.
thank you for hearing.
Yes,
Yes, Regina?
Happy birthday in
What?
3 days.
Your birthday.
I took that off.
Not mine.
Okay.
You know-
I've been on Facebook for 8 years. Last year was the first year I put my birthday on it, but I took it off last week
But
because I didn't.
apparently Facebook decided to keep it on for.
Okay, so I will anticipate some activity on my
So they
page
just
soon.
leave stuff.
They
Facebook
should,
does that
because I
sometimes.
seriously took it off a week ago when somebody said, hey, your birthday's coming up. I'm like, what? How'd you know?
Well, you put it on there, wait.
I know, and I forgot, I left it out there. Okay, so here's social networking.
Okay,
So this is an article from the paper, just general, right? So this is Mercury News. I knew this article was coming. I grabbed a paragraph from the article, something I thought would stand out, 18 arcade games, pinball machines from the 80s. I added a single sentence. Planning Commission approved. New restaurant to open by year's end. That was in the article.
Yeah.
This was last October, it's still not open. Oops. I copied the URL, I loaded it. Once the article was loaded, I erased the URL. It's one thing that doesn't always happen. That's why it's clean.
Okay.
So I took 2 minutes. I reached 43,000 people. It took me longer to respond to the people that liked my page or the comments than anything else. I had 100 comments, 200 people shared this. This dark orange right here is what I paid for. It was going so fast, I had to put some money behind it.
Okay.
Again, this is last October 14th. You can't see, well, I guess you can see that, so in the afternoon, right? So in 2 minutes, I reached 43,000 people and 723 people saw Campbell Water Tower brand and they liked it. Does that make sense? So this could be the type of thing that you do for the community news or feel-good stories. I didn't really talk about the previous slide about community. It's just a slide
How
back.
do you take the URL out? How did that make it clean?
I'm going to show you. That's my example for what I want to do with the newsletter.
Good.
So the community news is one thing I forgot to talk about, because that would be interesting, like, hey, you're celebrating something, so you're this week. Next week, you're doing something with the business, you're celebrating. The week after that, boom. So we're humanizing and localizing to the community, and you're providing content for the center, and we're celebrating him. That would really work well.
Yeah.
It's the coordinating and organizing and Corky making sure she puts it out on the email saying, hey, if you've got some new activity coming, let us know. I don't know if you want to promote an event that's not here, but maybe celebrate an event that happened. So you're not, kind of find that line, because we want to keep the traffic coming here, just so it's being straight up. But this I found to be tremendous. I drove 800 or so people to their website. They really should be calling me up and saying thank you.
Yeah.
I really should be calling them up and say, give me 10 cents for every person that came to your website.
Wow, yeah.
I wouldn't have to be standing up here talking anymore.
but you love us, remember?
I do. So I'll be coming back here only, but nowhere else. So I found that posting articles works tremendously well. And I'll show you about the URL. Let's get into, so this is a really cute photo. It's slightly blurry. You can see that it's connected to a tree. So they hung a frame, cute kids taking photos. This is at a park. Nice moment. but they didn't pay attention to their photo environment.
Right.
If you look behind the photo,
Yeah, yeah. You got outhouses.
Porta potties.
or potties,
Yeah.
Aw.
all they had to do was take a step aside.
Right,
Just
right.
one step to the side, and they would have not been there. I saw a photo yesterday of a lady, she's all dressed up, really over the top dressed up, and she's like posing, going, I'm feeling great today. And a garbage can was right here next
Right,
to her.
yeah.
If she'd stepped in front of the garbage can, stepped away from the garbage can, it would have looked so much better.
Yeah.
So being aware of the photo, we talked about photos are everywhere, but then think about the photo environment. Somebody posted a photo of me a couple days ago, and half of it has the ceiling in it.
Yeah.
If he had just taken that 15 seconds, cropped the photo, took out the ceiling, zoomed in on me a little more, it would have been so much more. So I guess we'll go look at Sean's photo in a second to see how he did with that one. That's so much easier. I'm really big on humanizing, and I'm really big on hyper-localizing. Hyper-localize, I'm not sure how that would work. So for example, with Los Gatos or my Campbell projects, I only talk about local stuff.
Okay,
Campbell,
okay.
Los Gatos. Here, in general, this brand's a little different. Like I probably wouldn't be talking about the restaurant on the corner.
Right,
But
spirituality.
if it was a different kind of company, I probably would say this is where we're going, because it kind of shows you out and about in your community. I don't know how much you want to connect with your community, but I found by posting about them and hyperlinking them in, they get notified I talked about them. They usually come back and say thank you, and in the future they often send me content, which I can then decide if I want to use. Make sense?
One of the things though, like with what we do, sometimes they don't want to be linked with us.
What's that?
You know, if you
We're
link
spiritualists,
with
so
spiritualists,
if it's a
yes.
restaurant that's run by fundamental Christians, they might not want
Want
it.
it.
Right, and
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying, that's why I was
Yeah.
giving you the,
Right.
this is where I'm trying to help you, the individual, as well as the group. But as the group, I don't really
Yeah.
see that as, but if one of you had a business, you know, Membership Spotlight could be another campaign where I talk about your business
Okay.
on the center's page. So you're tying it in, but you're also localizing and humanizing, right?
Yeah, we tried doing that on the CCL Insights, but maybe it would be easier, because it's more organic, you know, and they
Right.
see it.
Right, what I like about it is when I talk about somebody else, they get notified that I talked about them. The statistical odds increase that they'll share my content onto their page and say, look, I made it, literally I get these, I made it to the water tower. People celebrate being posted on the water tower, which they just took my content and shared it, which then goes through their news feed, which then helps my brand and my reach. So then I swing back in and say thank you.
Right.
Does that make sense? So
Right.
getting people to share your content is so important on your reach. Our hour's almost up, so I'm just gonna flow. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, are you, on the Campbell Water Tower, are you telling us about Premiere and why Camera 7 Theaters is still closed, or anything like that?
Development, I'll show you a post.
Okay.
It's, in my things, if I talk about development, I get tremendous engagement, a lot of anger.
Okay.
So that's different, like in Los Gatos, they have the North 40, people just flip out over that one,
Okay.
flip. But I have to just account on that. I don't think it's a negative if people don't like a post, but I still feel weird about it.
Okay.
Posting consistently, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Yes, it sounds like a lot, but if you have your 7 campaigns, your event pages, your activity, your localizing, your humanizing, there's plenty of stuff. 1 to 3 times a day is the target. If you have an event going on, it gives you an excuse to do more, but you want to be consistent, because you want Facebook to go, this is a consistent posting, I want to send it out to more people. If you went to once a week, Facebook will just go, all right, I'll just wait and see. I'll wait and see what you do next week. And so they'll restrict your reach, which doesn't make sense, but they'll hold back unless you're consistent.
Okay.
I've just seen the pattern.
They want to see you working.
One photo, one description. I see too many people that will put up multiple photos
Uh-huh.
with a description. And then if you click on that photo, there's no description.
Right, okay.
So I think of it as 6 months from now, somebody discovers me. They come to my page, they click on any photo, I want to have a description. I see it often. People will not go back, because the description goes to the group of the photos. You can either go back and edit each photo and add a description, or, oh yeah, I guess that's your only choice. Or just yeah, you either do or you don't. Yeah, that's right. Organic reach. Organic reach is how far your post will reach. It's one of my most distressing things about Facebook is every post will only reach 10 to 15%. So if you have 1,000 people that are following you, only 100 to 150 will actually see it. That's a challenge. I had to catch my language there. What they want is they want you to say, here's some money, send it out to more people. Unless you're consistent. Like my Los Gatos town, I often reach 100% because I'm very consistent on posting. So if you're consistent and you do occasional boosting, your reach will increase. But I have a few posts that don't go anywhere. If you share your website, for example, onto your Facebook page, Facebook doesn't want you to send people away from their platform because they can't make money off of it. So they'll restrict the reach if you send people away, in general. These are all my own opinions. I have no exact proof behind it. Hyperlinks. So my post this morning, I said I'm blessed to be able to come and help, and I did an @ symbol, Dottie Boone, from Center for Creative Living, to be able to talk about, and then I hyperlinked in the event I'm talking about here. So if you look at that post, I have at least three hyperlinks. Dottie got notified if she ever gets online that I talked about her. The center, you should have got a notification that I mentioned you, and then my own event, just so I show that I'm busy. So hyperlinking, I think, is very important.
So you're gonna show us how to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, it's supposed to be an hour talk. It's
That-
not a 4-hour workshop.
Using the @ symbol?
It's the @ symbol.
I mean, if you just type in somebody's name, though, it usually autofills with their
Sometimes.
profile, so.
Sometimes.
But it's the
Not-
same
not
thing.
always. Yes, it's always the
Yeah,
same.
but once you've found that, then how do you hyperlink it, you know?
Hyperlink.
How do you do kung fu?
First of all, you find the center. Okay, so tagging photos is great. I always had trouble tagging photos in general, but if, like, Sean took my photo, my Facebook man,
Yeah.
which might become my profile by the end of the day.
I was thinking that.
Oh, he tagged me in that photo. And it's just a thing about how to tag. So he tags me. I have it set up so I have to approve it, because I talk in public all the time, so I have to approve it.
It actually tagged you as Campbell Water Tower. I couldn't get you.
We're friends, so
for
you
some
should have been
reason.
able to.
I was able, so in Instagram, you came up as Campbell Water Tower. In Facebook, you came up as CJ. So
Right.
I don't know why that was.
I don't have a CJ Instagram. I only have my brands.
Got it.
But tagging is weird. It doesn't work the way I think it should all the time. Like before, a page couldn't tag a person, they could only tag another page. Then they changed it, and now I'm not sure if they didn't change it back. It's another one of those, what? What's happening today? But tagging people, what he basically did is he took the photo and he tagged me so it's on my page permanently after I approve it, which I set up in settings. So it'll be on my page, so it'll come from him. Now, he could have done it as his business. You should do it as Sean or Blueberry.
You know, this is a whole other weird thing, but my Instagram should be connected to my Blue Bear Healing business page on Facebook, but it's not. It always posts to my profile page. I can't stop it, I can't fix it, I've done everything,
So you went in and checked the links?
Yeah, it's all set up right, but it's.
So I don't want to get sidetracked on Instagram, but I found that if you have a business account or a regular account on Instagram.
Regular.
So if we maybe switch it to a business account, and that might work. I found that when I switch to a business account, it doesn't always work on the link. So let's try it that way and see what happens. Page roles, very easy. There should only be one admin for every page. Any admin can kick any other admin off. It's my control issues, my authority issues, etc. But everybody else should be an editor. One admin, everybody else is an editor. Editor can do everything except for kick out the admin. You would never make a person an admin if you didn't completely trust them anyway. But I say, if you have employees, I would not let them to be admins. You just never know.
I would always want one person to be an admin in case something happens to one person.
I hear you. I completely support it. I have too many of my pages have just me, which is not safe, but I have not had an issue yet.
You haven't hit, and thank God,
You
you're
have all
not
the
gonna be hit
power.
by a bus, you are safe.
So,
declare it.
engaging your audience is number one. The number one complaint on Facebook is lack of engagement. So somebody leaves a comment for you, respond to that comment. No, don't make a comment to that comment like you had to do in the old days. Reply to that comment, even if the words are thank you. The two most underutilized words.
So reply.
So if somebody makes a comment and you ignore them, that's a negative reaction they're gonna have towards your brand.
Right.
As a rule, I strongly encourage you to answer the same day. Worst case, the next morning. So first thing every morning, you should be able to go. Now, people always say, well, I can't get on Facebook that often. There's a Pages Manager app for your phone. You click on the Pages Manager app, brings up the page. I look at notifications. and then I can scroll and look for some kind of green icon. Nobody left a comment on this page so far today. I can click right on there and I can go right to the comments. So you can find comments on your post within seconds.
It highlights blue for me, for
Why not? Yeah, but you see these different icons, like that's somebody liked,
that,
Yes.
right? I can't.
where's the like, the
So
blue
these are
thing?
people, I
So
can't
this is
find
in
a green one.
settings?
So these aren't just things you should respond to, the ones that are.
Right, this is something like my page, I can't really respond to it. But if I saw the green icon, I would go
Okay.
right there, and then I could step away.
Got it.
I'm working with a winery, and they say, we just can't go log on to Facebook all day. They said, well, pick up your phone,
Yeah.
you can find it in 30 seconds, and then put the phone down. And now they're doing it twice a day.
Yeah.
So where is that on the phone?
So,
Notifications?
under your Pages app, are you on the
I'm
Pages
on
app?
settings, I don't know where I'm at.
Just go to your Facebook app.
Oh, okay, I didn't, never mind.
Okay. So let me show you a couple things on there. Well, that's gonna mess up the audio, but okay. Wow, I still have 3 more slides. Event pages we're gonna talk about next month. That's as much I'm gonna show you on event pages. These are 16 things. I handed these out last time I was here. These are 16 things you could do to help the center right now. Liking the page, clicking see follow or follow first, reacting to posts. Like if everybody in this room just went to the center's page and liked a bunch of posts,
That's a good idea.
Facebook, it's a great idea because Facebook says, oh, if people are engaging this, we should send it to more people.
Yeah.
So it would greatly help the reach of the center if people would do that.
Okay.
And I kind of wish I still had these printed out because I want to show you some real stuff. Okay, that's a nice little photo of
You
me.
can take a photo of it.
Do you want to take a photo of it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back.
I know why.
Well, and plus, he's gonna give me his slides, and I'm gonna
Okay.
include them in the video.
Okay. Let's see how well that works.
So if you wanna give me your email, I'll send you the video and the slides.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up Facebook. So here's my Las Gatos Town project. If anybody's interested, I think I have, oh no, I had $45.99, so I got one today. Okay, it would help if I got online, wouldn't it? Who's got the password for here?
Courtney? Right here.
Is it AT&T 184?
Are you ready, CJ?
Go.
06927147551.
Wow. Let's hope this works. Okay, so I'm on there now. I just want to show you a Throwback Thursday really quick. And then I'm going to show you something for the center. Somebody make it go? Just kidding. Nobody can make it go.
Everybody else get off the internet so CJ can get on.
Oh, okay. I'll do it right now. Yeah, when lots of people are on.
So here's a photo that I put up of the history.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm Las Gatos Town. I created a new album called Las Gatos History, and I checked in myself. Well, what I did is I took the photo from, so Discover Las Gatos is a walking app of the history of Las Gatos. He had only 24 likes when I posted this photo. I have a few more than that. So I basically just quoted his photo. It's a, it's a classic. But you can see right here, so I reached almost 14,000 people. I did put some money behind it because I want to get to 5,000 in my reach. But you can see I've got 338 likes. Here's an insider tip. This is slightly advanced, and I wanted to show it to you, if you don't know this already. If I click on the 336, it will tell me who's liked the page and who I can invite the page to.
Really?
This is,
So the
yeah.
15
Oh, yeah.
people reached?
I typically only share this with
Say it
clients.
again, you click on the likes.
So I click on the 300, the others. So not the name, the first name, but the last 336. Seriously.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And it does what?
I'm stalling.
Next week, we're gonna have Comcast, we're getting rid of AT&T.
It will bring up all
So everything-
338 people and tell me if they've liked the page or if I can invite them. So remember I had the 2,700 on the flowers?
Yeah.
I went through this process and invited every single one of them. I suggested the page to them. So they've come and liked my post.
Right.
And then usually, and I'm aggressive with this, within the hour, I will send them a new notification that suggests they like the page.
Okay.
That's how I grew 800 people overnight with that one post. That's an astronomical number.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, then this is how you find out who the other ones that you can send it to?
I will show you, let's go to there.
It's loading.
So I'm gonna back out of this.
Okay.
That's why we haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay, I thought I missed it.
I bounced right to this because this one always gets me excited. This is the one that's done so well for me for the last 8 years.
How did you learn about that?
Clicked on it by accident.
Okay.
That's, I mean, it's
Obviously
really,
wasn't traumatized early on with computers that if
I-
you click by
I'm curious.
accident, you can
I'm-
destroy your system.
my hyperactive mind wants to explore. I'm gonna switch to my own network here. It's 1:38 if anybody needed to leave.
She did. Oh, then we can't go. The rest of us were here.
Yeah, I'm not going. So how are you, is that network, are you tethering it from your phone or?
Yeah, so I have a, what's it called, a hotspot?
Hotspot.
Personal hotspot.
Save my
I
life.
mean, didn't want to use it, but you know.
I've used it once